Hey everybody, today is going to be a review of the brand new Diecast Masters D10. This is a brand new release for 2024. So I'll just get on to the functionality first, then the details. So the functionality of the blade, that is as high as it'll go. As you can see, the cylinders don't go up all the way. That's kind of a bummer. I mean, you can see my finger will go underneath it, so it's not horrible, but it's not the greatest either. It's just it's decent. So cutting wise, the blade on mine will just raise the front of the track a little bit off the ground, so that's also not the greatest. The ripper on mine, this is as high up as it'll go. It darn near touches the ground, so it's a little bit disappointing with the shank. The shank angles in that far on mine, so again, not the greatest. Could be a lot more. So and then, of course, the dozer's tracks spin, as you can see on this rough surface here. They spin real well, and it has a track tensioner. So, moving on to the review. So, the first major improvement with this over the D10 T2, which came out a number of years ago now, is, as you can see, it has a perforated through rock guard. The D10s, this was the era where this was all solid and through here. So that's a very nice improvement over the D10T that they did. It's got a U blade, as you can see, your bolt detail down there. Moving on to the side. See the back of your blade, you've got all your black cylinders. The color match with the jackets to the metal is good. This is plastic, but it, like I said, it matches here. This rock guard is also plastic. As you can see, it kind of flexes. You can see down here you've got a step on your blade arms. Here's another handrail. This is plastic. This is plastic. Practically all the handrails are plastic on this model, with the exception of some of the ones up by the cab. So moving on to your engine, another function that I forgot to tell you about is it does have opening doors on both sides, and the ladder, of course, comes down as well if you so choose to display it with the ladder down like so. If not, it just folds up like so and just locks into place. So getting down the side, you can see you've got a sprocket with bolt detail on it. Your rollers down here are casted in. They are not working. Same thing with the ones on the bottom. You can see some really nice warning graphics. It's showing a pick point if you were to choose to crane this dozer in real life. So getting up here, can see that engine vent is not perforated through. It's just got some little detents in it with a graphic. There's another little graphic there by that little axis platform. Getting to the front, see your radiator, plastic, not perforated through, etched in a little bit. The new Cat Hex logo on the front, painted in headlights on the top of the cylinder jackets. Two double exhausts. There's your air intakes. You can see the bolt detail on top is painted in. Your D10 with the Hex logo. You can see inside the cab there. It is painted real nice. It has Cat on the back of the seat, and it does have some graphics in the monitor on the front, so that's really good. There's a better look at your ladder and your handrails. As said, these are plastic. These ones are metal. So you can see your pressurized unit system down below for your air conditioning and stuff for the cab. Up here you can see all your That'd be your GPS for the blade, for if you're going to run the grade control system. You can see that down up here, you've got a bunch of anti-slip texture and bolt detail on the panels. There's your fuel tank. Getting to the back, here's your handrails. Again, they're metal. Cat Hex logo, fire suppression equipment. There's all your hydraulic lines and stuff running to the back jackets on the Ripper. You can kind of see again back there some more detail in the cab. There's some more graphics there. You can see the wiring and stuff for the headlights on top of the cab as well. Here's your ROPS on the other side. You can see there's more graphics made up there. So here's just kind of the other side of the dozer, which is pretty well identical to the other side with the exception of the ladder. And there's your other engine opening compartment opened up. So yeah, and then the bottom of the dozer, you can see it's pretty plain, just says Diecast Masters, that's etched in the casting. You can see your tracks are single grouser tracks, pads with bolt detail on them, so those look good. So getting to the box, there's your picture of the D10 pushing. And then if you're into the engine specs and the other picture on the back of the dozer, there you go, you can pause the video. So moving on, so this is a pretty quick review of this dozer. It's very similar to the D10 T2 that came out a number of years ago. They've pretty much taken the casting and they've updated a bunch of stuff up here as far as handrails and obviously graphics and stuff goes, but it's very similar to the D10 T2. It is a bit more money. This model, I believe, is going for $130, $135, depending on where you find it and at the time you buy it. Which is fairly expensive, especially compared to what the D10 T2 went for a number of years ago. So, but with the rising cost of products nowadays, it's to be expected. So, for me, it's a nice model. It's a nice update of the D10. If you're looking for a Caterpillar larger dozer, this can be pretty well recommended in that aspect. The one downside besides the cost that I see with this model is kind of the lack of functionality on the Ripper and the blade. So that is a little disappointing, but if you can overlook that, then this can be recommended as a pretty nice model. So I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.